Hello everybody, this is Mr. Ege, and we're going to do something very interesting. It's called 3D printed homes. You're going to be designing, and I'm going to demonstrate it here, a 3D printed home at a smaller scale, far smaller scale than real size, real world size. In a real world size, you may have this entire house about say 30 feet by 45 feet, and the height of it would have been probably 25 feet high. Um, and in this particular case, for practical reasons, we want to be able to print it, 3D print it. We don't have large, gigantic 3D printers, but we have a small classroom printers. We want to build it within 3 inches by 4.5 inches by around 3 inches again. The height is going to be. So for that purpose, it's going to be exciting and interesting project, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna. It's an educational project for you at the same time, very entertaining. um, I'm going to ask you to start your Inventor using the Windows Virtual Desktop, and you're going to also find the dimensions of the building, okay, on the Schoology. If you go to the Schoology and look at the chapter 6, unit 6, and in PowerPoint slide instructions, all the dimensions are there. Also, I'm going to repeat it here too. So we have the inventory in front of me. Right now, I'm going to start working as it offers, and this is going to be a part drawing because the entire house is going to be one single part. Click on it, okay? And we may be able to do the heart in the several parts and put it together. Entire house can be done in several parts or can be done in one part. So we'll see how we're going to go about it. First of all, this is the inventor screen as usual. All right, you need to select as usual a plane and then make a sketch from that plane. To select the plane, on the left you have the browser, and there's an origin folder on your left, and there's a plus button. When you click on the plus button, you will see what is inside the origin. And then we have 1, 2, 3 planes to choose from. I'm going to go with the YZ plane. YZ plane is a side view of the building, and that's exactly what I want to do. So when I click with the left mouse button on the YZ plane, there appears to be in front of my screen, in the middle of my screen, an icon, and that icon you're very familiar with. If I keep my cursor long enough on the icon, it gives me the tag saying create sketch. So I click on it with the left mouse button again. Now my screen changed the crosshairs. Crosshairs, okay, is the indicates one yellow point at the intersection, and that point is starting point, okay? So I'm going to go with the line command, and I'm going to generate the lines, okay, from this point. So I click on the line, and I select the start 0.0 point. The width of the house is going to be 3, okay? 3 inches representing 30 feet, okay? So that's going to be a small size house, but pretty much all the components of the house is going to be there. So when I move my cursor to the right and trying to keep it as perfectly horizontal as possible, flat and level as possible, computer shows me the dimension length of the line, and I'm going with the highlighted, of course, and because it's highlighted, I can type literally 3 because I want this line to be 3, enter. So that's the 3 inch, okay? I'm going to zoom out by just rolling my thumb wheel forward, okay? And so that I can see the entire line that I just created. Now I'm moving my cursor up, okay, as vertical as possible again, and extending my cursor, and the height of the house is going to be 2, enter, okay? At this point, I want to end, okay, enter key, line command. I want to start the line from the 0, point. Move up from here. Again, is as perfectly vertical as possible. And when the height of the line is highlighted, I'm entering 2. Okay, 2 is the height of the building equivalent of 20 feet. So at this point, now I need to draw the ridge of select the ridge of the house, okay? And this has to line up with the midpoint of the house, so that's why I'm moving my cursor to the midpoint of the 3-inch long line to see the green line. That midpoint indicator, okay, is showing me as dotted line. It's extremely important for me to find the midpoint because ridges are always lining up with the midpoints. And the angle, okay, I'm just going to eyeball it for now, okay? The angle, okay, of my roof line is going to be, I'm expecting that to be approximately, I'm going to change that angle later on. I expect it to be 90, 30 plus 90 is 120 degrees approximately. So that's what I'm aligning to, 120 degrees. Okay, for that, I have to press the tab key and type 120, enter, and then move my cursor to the end of the line, vertical line on the right hand side and click. Okay, so I think I'm finished, so I'm going to hit escape key. Okay, and that's at least one side of the building. This is a gable home, and it's the gable roof, and gable roof can be extruded now 4.5 inches because I'm finished, okay, with one gable end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the finish sketch, okay, click on the finish sketch button, okay, and change the angle so that I can see a little bit what I'm doing, and make it a little bit smaller, okay. And sometimes I use orbit command. Orbit is much easier for me to change the angle. Okay. Now that I am done, I can escape from the orbit command, select the extrude. Computer knows where to extrude. I can extrude it, okay, from the midpoint, from end point. So I'm going to go select the midpoint extrusion. And extrusion, I'm going to change the number 1 from 1 to 4.5, okay? That's the size. That is equivalent of 45 feet, okay? So feet to inch, we have 12 inches, okay? We have 12 inches in every foot, and also each inch is multiplied by 10. So we're talking about a scale of 1/120. So this is the scale of, okay, 120 scale house model. It's a mathematical model of the house, basically. All over the world, people are started using large 3D printers to build homes. I know there are several contractors working in Florida with the 3D homes, building them in the United States in several places. And in Europe, I know in Germany they're doing that, 3D printers. So in your lifetime, you will see so many more of them. And it's going to be more economical, more fast, more productive, and easier way of the people, faster and better and higher quality of living. So that's what the 3D printing homes are offering, and I have very high expectations from 3D printed homes. There is so much work in the construction of a house, say single family home such as this one, that it should be, we have to use robotic hands, robotic controls. So, okay, click OK button. Now we have the at least main building, solid model of the building. Now in the front, we're going to make some additional changes to the design. So I'm selecting the front of the house plane, click on it, and then creating a sketch from that. Click on the create sketch icon, and now it gives me. So dormers are extremely important part of the many homes today. Home styles, there are many home styles, quite a few home styles with the dormers, and we would like to add a few dormers on this design, and it's going to make it more beautiful and far better, and interesting as well. So I'm going to start with again on the sketch with the line command. Okay, I will go with from the corner of the building, which is 0, 0, click, and try to draw as horizontal line as possible, and that's going to be 1.5 inches. When the computer shows me, highlight me the length of the line, I'm going to type 1.5, enter, okay? And I will go all the way up vertically to the roof line, as again, trying to draw as vertical as possible. That's about 2 inches. 2 inches is highlighted. I click on it, okay? So, oops, I didn't draw that. Sorry about that. I'm going to do it one more time. Click and go way up to the top. When it reaches to the top, and click. Okay. And this time I'm going to go to the starting point of the initial line. I'll go and click again. And finally, dormer has also roof line, and I have to establish the midpoint. So I'm moving my cursor to the midpoint of the first line, and then gradually moving without losing the sight of the footprint of the midpoint. The footprint of the midpoint goes all the way up to top, okay? And I select, 120 degrees, approximately 120 degrees. I'm going to press the tab key so that it's highlighted. Again, I'm not missing the vision of the footprint line with the center point. I'm typing 120. This is quite challenge, enter, and then click on the second line. Okay, and escape key. So this is the one dormer that I like to keep, and everything, angles are perfect, and the lengths and of the lines are perfect. So what I like to do, if I can, I like to copy this line and have 3 dormers instead of 1. What's better than 1 dormer? 2 dormers. What's better than 2 is 3. So we're going to have 3 dormers. This is going to be a very nice building, and I'm hoping that, so I'm selecting the dormer line, okay? And I'm going to use the copy command, okay? And select the base point. Okay, the base point is the first point. And moving to the base point to the last point, moving to the base point to the last point. Click, 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 and then escape key. Now I have 3 dormers, or at least outlines of 3 dormers. At this point, I can finish the sketch, okay? I can finish the sketch and extrude the dormers, okay? And why don't I just do that and finish the sketch? Ta-da, okay? And then use the extrude command, okay? I'm going to extrude each dormer separately. I'm choosing for the extrusion, okay? And it's going to be 1-way extrusion, I'm sorry. And I'm going to select dormer 1 in opposite direction, dormer 2, okay, dormer 1, okay? And I don't want to extrude 4.5 inches. Perhaps I should only extrude it 3. Okay. And I'm going to do that with the first dormer. I'm going to do this with the second dormer. Okay. And why don't I do this with the other dormer, this one? But let's do this, okay. And okay. Oops, Control Z. There is an error in there. So extrusion did not work out because I didn't put the addition to the extrusion. So I'm going to go with the finish the sketch, go to the extruder, and going to select the extrusion. Okay, dormer 1, dormer 2. Okay. And we have also extrusion of. This is not subtraction, this is addition, so I'm changing to addition. And, all right, and then okay. Now there are 2 addition, okay? In the extrusion, you have to pay attention that I have to pay attention, and you too. There's a cut option, and there's an add join option. There is this intersect option, which actually intersects and maintains the intersection, okay? And new solid option, so okay. So this is pretty much what we have right now, okay? We're going to add another feature in the front, make the middle dormer a little bit, extruding a little bit more than that. So I'm going to select the front again one more time, and I'm going to use the line command, okay? And I'm going to just trace the middle dormer, okay? Carefully. I want to modify that middle dormer in a way that it adds to the style of the house. And let's see if we can extrude this a little bit more. I'm talking about maybe 0.1 or 0.3 inches of extrusion, okay? And this is going to be a little bit more, there's more room for the foyer of the house. I'm thinking have entrance in the middle dormer, okay? Okay. And so that we have a foyer, enough room, okay, to change your clothes and put your shoes out, waiting in the door, and so on. So I extended the middle dormer a little bit more than other 2 dormers, okay? I think it's going to be interesting. What else can we do? We can also add windows, okay, and doors. And to do that, again, we have to select the surface first. Let me save this work first. That's very important that you will save every time you accomplish anything. We have quite a few things accomplished, so we're going to go to save command. And under the save as, you're looking for saving something in the OneDrive, perhaps, or Google Drive, if it shows up there, okay? So I'm going to go to File and go to Save As, okay? And there are quite a few options, saving options here. I'm looking for places where I like to save, as usual, either OneDrive or Google Drive, and for some reason it is not showing me right now. And PC, libraries, servers. Mhm. OneDrive, finally I found the OneDrive. Google is not showing, Google Drive is not showing, so OneDrive is perfect place to save. And in the OneDrive, I can create a new folder to my name. There was a new folder to my name before. Okay, I'll do that one more time. See, maybe it's not seeing it. Okay. Mhm. Okay, let's see it here. And 3D printed home. We're gonna name it, and it's called 3D printed home. Okay. All right. So if you look at the right side view, this is your left side view. The front view is here. Oh, front view is not there. Front view, okay, is here. And what we're going to do, we're going to generate, okay, select a plane and then create a sketch, all right? And then we're going to generate a window, okay? Windows, there are many sizes of windows, quite a few sizes of windows. Almost at every 6 inches, there's a new type of window. Um, One of the common size I choose myself in my designs is 3 feet by 5 feet windows. 3 feet by 5 feet windows um, are beautifully centered in front of the houses, and but one of the advantages of it is that they are large and it gives you plenty of room.